describe this team?
Honestly, I would just stick with what he's saying, the fast, physical, relentless. I think that's what separates us. I think when we came into the Big Ten, our first few games, me personally, I was like, okay, these are going to be some physical games. And then I realized, like, we hit too. Like, we are just as physical, if not more. So I think that's something that's always going to set you apart. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, when you're playing a guy, every single play and you're attacking, at some point they're going to want to quit. So once you continue to keep bringing it to them over and over and over again, like Marshawn Lynch said, like that's the only way you're going to get something to crumble.
You mentioned how that Oregon and Penn State games are circled. Those ones are the exciting ones for this upcoming season. Those places are notoriously loud. Penn State, Happy Valley and Oregon has their fan base. We saw last season at Ohio State and a little bit of Notre Dame just with the large capacity, loud fans. I mean, what do you think you learned from those games to kind of prepare for these kind of big-time Big Ten opponents?
So going into it last year, I was more so focused on ignoring the noise. I wanted to go in there, or first off, the week of practice, I was kind of ignoring like how big the moment was. Then once we got into the stadium, I'm ignoring the crowd. I'm ignoring like the view. I'm ignoring everything. When that kind of honestly makes you get in your head a little bit more. But my goal this season is to embrace it all and attack it, right? So during the week of, it's not just another game. This is a big game. During the day of, like this is a big game. Not to psych myself out, but to understand like you got to go perform the way that you know you can perform.
Thanks, Mikail.
Appreciate you.
Yes. We obviously haven't had a chance to learn a ton about the assistants, but you work with Coach Kuntz and Coach Buddha every day. Just what are they like in practice and sort of getting you guys ready for game day?
Honestly, it's cool because they're honestly two completely different coaches, right? Two completely different coaching styles. Coach Buddha is more quiet and more laid back. Coach Kuntz is more energetic and more detail-oriented. So to kind of have them coaching both of us and hearing both sides of each coaching point kind of allows you to pick and choose what suits you, right? So if you got a guy, if you're not quite a rah-rah guy, you might kind of listen to what Buddha is saying a little bit more. If you're more of a rah-rah guy and really want to get into it, you might listen to Kuntz. Or even if you're not, it's just you hear his coaching point, you're like, okay, that makes a good point. And then you hear, Coach Buddha's coaching point, you're like, oh, that's a great point, and then go accordingly.
Do you have a preference of like which style you like of coaching?
Me personally, I love. Before anyone gets upset, I love both of them. Me personally, I do like Coach Buddha's coaching style a little bit, just because I'm a little bit older, and I feel like I know what I'm doing in the system. I've been in the system for so long, so just to kind of have Buddha just let me go out there and play and kind of trust in my ability, I do like that. But definitely coming up in my career, Kuntz has helped me a lot. He taught me all the fundamentals, and I feel like you need that to get started. And then once you get going, you just need a coach that can breathe confidence into you.
I was talking to Aiden. He said it's kind of impossible to ignore like the rumors that you see online of Coach Haynes when he might be getting looked at for other jobs. How much did you hear of that in the off season and potentially him leaving? And when he came back, obviously that was a great feeling for you.
I definitely did see it, especially with me trying to make my decision on coming back or not. I definitely would have been upset if I came back and he left. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, those things I really have no control over. Right? That's up to Sig. That's up to Scott, our AD. So, but to have him back is great because he's a hell of a coach. He knows what he's doing and he continues to improve every single year. So I'm happy to have him.
One of the things too I asked Aiden was, you guys coming from JMU to IU, the whole staff has been together for like 8+ years, or the bulk of the staff. The loyalty within the coaching staff, just what do you think makes them so loyal to Sig and keep him around for as long as they have?
I think the biggest thing is Sig understands who he has, right? And I think it kind of goes down to players as well. But he understands, Coach Haynes is a hell of a defensive coordinator, or Coach Shanny's a hell of an offensive coordinator. So he's going to make sure they're paid, what they deserve. He's going to treat them the way that they supposed to be treated. And I think he really lets them kind of grow on their own, right? So he kind of coaches the coaches, and the coaches coach us. But I think the biggest thing is Sig kind of always understands, okay, these guys are talented, and I'm going to make sure that they get paid and they get the things that they deserve.
Is there like a loyalty aspect there that guys like you and all the JMU guys and the staff have stayed so loyal to SIG? Is there an aspect of that where you've sort of seen that evolve, or has it always been that way? Dating back to when you were freshmen.
I definitely think it's evolved. I mean, it's hard to be loyal to someone that you just met, right? So as we continue to strengthen our relationship, right, I think I learn things about him, he learns things about me, and we start to trust each other, right? We've done this for how long and won how many games together, so it comes down to trusting what he has, whether we're up, whether we're down, just to know that he's going to get it done, and he knows that I'm going to get it done. So I think that relationship is pretty special.